Alrighto, here we are in beautiful Hayward, California. See the bay off in the distance there. There's some invasive pampas grass. And we're just going to take a walk and see what we can find today. Alright, so it's a bit cold today. And that's what I get for going out herping at the end of December in the Bay Area. But at least I was able to find something neat. This is a, I forget what these are called, scientific name. These are the giant American millipedes or the giant California millipedes. Forget exactly what they're called, but they're really cool. I love their red pattern, red and black pattern. Love to watch them move. They're just so neat. They look like a miniature version of the giant African millipedes. And of course, when they get disturbed by something like my finger, they coil up into a big old ball and secrete sort of a nasty smelling fluid, which probably contains some sort of cyanide. So I'll have to wash my hands before I eat anything. But it's pretty neat. Found them under this rock here. Might be the coolest thing we find all day, so figured I should pull them out. So here's something a little bit more slightly reptile related, even though it's an amphibian. This is a slender salamander. I'm not sure which species. There's about 40 something species of these guys all throughout California. Oh, I love it when we get rain. You see so much new growth. All this green. I love it. And there's Hayward over there. Meh. Alright, so I think we found something slightly more interesting than a giant millipede. We got a blue-tailed skink under this rock here. Check him out. Usually you can't get them to stay still like this, but it's the middle of December and this guy is dang near frozen. Look at that. Look at that. He's so cold. He can't even move. Ooh, he's trying. Ooh, he's trying. Let's keep you from falling too far, shall we? Isn't he beautiful? Alright, not much in the ways of reptiles today, but we are finding some cool bugs. Whoa. This here is a soga. Looks like a male. These are the Californian false tarantulas. I don't know if the camera's picking any of that up, but they're super reflective, super shiny. Almost like a silvery color. And usually they rear up and let you know they're not happy with you the second you find them. But we gotta move him before we can put his rock back. So let me just do that real quick. Now let's get a good look at them now that we have them in this little cup. These guys are pretty freaking cool. Like I said, this is a false tarantula. Their mandibles, or chelicerae in this case, are more of a spidery shape. They clamp down horizontally rather than stab down vertically like tarantulas does. But they have a lot of the same features. They're big and hairy, and these ones in particular are kind of mean. You can actually tell he's a male because he's got these big old pedipalps. I'm actually not surprised. You know, you usually only find the males out and about, and they're really the ones with the more spectacular coloration. So these guys are pretty neat. The soga, California false tarantula. So it's just a skinkly kind of day, apparently. A sleepy, skinky kind of day. Because right under here we have another big Fiveline skink. So this is just a much larger version of the Fiveline skink we were just looking at. As they grow older, they start to lose all that blue on their tail. You can see kind of a bluish tinge on this one still. But you can see they get quite a bit larger. This is a full-grown one. It is still very, very cold. It's already about 1 in the afternoon, but like I said, it's really the end of December, close to January in a couple days. And yeah, I don't expect to find many reptiles today. But we're finding some skinks and some cool bugs, and that's good enough for me. Alright, so way cooler than either a skink or a millipede. I found a sharp-tailed snake. Heck yeah, these guys are rad, and you only ever find them in winter. Or at least I ever do. Yoink! So just like the skinks, this poor little thing is chilled right to the bone. These guys are really tiny, little slug worm eaters. They have this really pretty underbelly. It's all black and white. And like the name suggests, they do have a sharp little tail that they'll stick you with if they feel really threatened. This guy's doing pretty well though. Super cute. That's a cool find for the day. That's probably the best I can hope for out of late December, but we'll keep flipping some rocks and seeing what happens. Now, what did I tell you? It is just a sleepy, skinky kind of day. This is number 3, I believe. Okay, not even a foot away from the last one, we get this nice big adult. Woo! This one's a little bit more warmed up as well. I think this side of the hill's getting a little bit more sun. You can still see this one's a bit bigger. It's also missing that bright blue tail. It's grown out of that. Alright, would you look at that? Found my first baby newt of the season. Now here's some cool little millipedes. I forget the species name of these guys too. But I believe when you shine a black light on them, they will actually glow just like a scorpion. It's pretty neat. And they definitely have some cyanide to them, giving me a nice whiff of that. Whew, almond day. Alright, talk about cool bugs. Here is a blue tiger centipede. A Scolopendra something or other. Polymorpha, that's what it is. Scolopendra polymorpha. These guys are pretty fun. They get to a decent size. This guy's pretty big on his own, actually. But, yeah, pretty rad. These are the venomous cousins of the poisonous millipedes. Of course, poison being something you ingest, venom being something you inject. So here's skink number, what is this, 4 or 5? And as you can see, this is a big healthy female. She's got a big fat tail. You can see it's also lost all the blue. These Fiveline skinks are pretty common on this hillside by the looks of it. So not only did we find our first newt of the season, we've got our first baby tree frog here. Venison leg. Feels almost too easy to catch these guys when they're cold. This is just a baby western fence lizard, Scoloporus, also known as a bluebelly, because they have little blue sides along their belly here. Got little blue sides on his belly. Of course, as they grow older, that'll become more intense. But it's just a little baby for now. And like I said, they're all cold. Feels like cheating. Alright guys, check it out. Here's the next Pacific tree frog for the day. Or chorus frog. Of course, these are the ones you always hear in the movies. Now this one's actually got a cool green mottled coloration. These guys are actually pretty darn variable. You'll get a whole bunch of different colors out of the same batch, and yeah, they're just really neat. Really lucky to find one out here. Man, if catching skinks were a paying gig. Alright, get out of here, little guy. Woo! You gotta be kidding me. The amount of skinks today. It's incredible. Here's another little bluetail right here. Little baby bluetail. There's another blue tiger centipede right next to him. Cool. Just the sheer amount of skinks I'm finding today. It's amazing. I know in places in the East Coast you'll find skinks just about everywhere you look, but these guys are not too easy to catch around here. And usually, if you do find them, they're usually just a little blue flash that disappears into the grass. They're not cold and you can't appreciate them like this. Alright. Not too bad for about an hour's worth of hiking. Of course I didn't actually make it that far because I was mostly flipping rocks, but pretty good day nonetheless. Now I gotta do some grocery shopping, get my laundry done. You know, all that boring human stuff. But this was good. I needed a little break from that.